Welcome back to Brinth Lab, where we transform obstacles into opportunities and anxiety into strength. Today we're going to have a little fun with something we all struggle with, feeling like our problems are at the center of the universe. By the end of this video, we will have learned why our problems aren't as big as we think, how zooming out to see yourself in the vastness of the universe can lighten your mental load, and why understanding our insignificance is actually empowering and not as scary as it sounds. Our problems aren't the center of the universe. Let's start with a common occurrence. Your ego loves to convince you that your problems are the biggest, most important thing happening right now. You miss a deadline, someone cuts you off in traffic, your crush doesn't text you back, or maybe you're flat broke, and suddenly your whole world is spiraling. But here's the reality. None of these problems are as significant as your mind is making them out to be. In fact, in the grand scheme of things, they're almost laughably small. Zooming out puts your anxiety in perspective. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try this. Zoom out. Imagine yourself floating above the Earth. Zoom out until you're looking at the planet from space. Can you still see your problem? Not really. The things you're worried about, the things you think are defining your life right now, are invisible from that cosmic distance. We're all guilty of letting our problems feel massive. But when we zoom out and realize how small they are in the grand scheme of things, it gives us some breathing room. Why this should actually make you feel better. You might be thinking, are you saying my problems don't matter? Well, yes, no, kind of, but in a good way. When you recognize that you are just a tiny part of a massive universe, it can actually free you from the weight of your problems. You realize that most of the things you're worried about won't matter in a day, a week, a year, let alone the grand timeline of humanity. As a practical matter, let me ask you something. Do you think you are more equipped to deal with a problem when it feels massive and overwhelming? Or when the problem just feels like any other problem, and you can approach it with calm confidence? If you said the latter, which you should have, then do what you have to do to make your problems feel small. The cosmic joke and the beauty of insignificance. Here's the funny part. None of us are getting out of here alive. It sounds dark, but it's actually liberating. Someday we'll all be dead, and no one will remember us or our problems. So why not laugh a little bit at how seriously we take ourselves? Knowing you are infinitesimal doesn't make your life less meaningful. It actually makes you realize how precious and fleeting it is. Instead of obsessing over every little thing, why not focus on living fully? Enjoy the small moments, be kind to others, and take the pressure off yourself. Let's recap. We've learned that our problems aren't really that big. When you zoom out and see yourself as part of a vast universe, your worries shrink. And instead of feeling insignificant, you can feel free because your problems don't have to weigh you down anymore. Here at Brinth Lab, we blend physical fitness, mental health, and spiritual principles to help you overcome anxiety and lead a more fulfilling life. You can think of us like your personal trainers for anxiety. We can connect, we can coach you, and we look forward to getting to know you and walking this path together. So if you are struggling with anxiety, please take the first step and reach out to us at care@brinhthlab.com. I want to leave you with this epic line from Carl Sagan. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all of those generals and emperors so that, in glory and triumph, they could become momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. I am really looking forward to seeing you next time. Stay strong and keep experimenting.